Cheide.
For this 3-minute rules, we will be looking at the magic phase, and particularly we will look at wizards, wizard levels, and spells. All of this can be found on pages 28 and 490 of the large Warhammer 8th edition rulebook. As a way of introduction here, we may note that wizards are simply any of the models in your army that are capable of casting spells. To the left here we have a Empire Battle Wizard, and to the right here we have a High Elf Mage. When picking your list now, you'll be able to assign each of your wizards a level of 1 through 4. And this is important because the higher the level, the more power that the wizard has, both in casting and spell attempts, and the more spells that the wizard will be able to have to bring into battle. Let's take a minute now and walk through the spell generation. Now technically this should be done before the game begins, when you have your mages and you pick your lores, then you can go ahead and you can roll out your different spells. In this case I will show you what it looks like when we have a High Elf Mage here that is a level 4, and we are going to be using the Lore of Life. Now what you do is you take your spells and you lay them out according to the way they're listed in the book, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in addition you have your signature spell here, which is Earthblood in the case of the Lore of Life. Now what you want to do then is you get to roll 1 die for each of the levels of your wizard. In this case it is 4. So we will roll this out and assign 1 die to each of the numbers we roll. Now this is interesting because we rolled 3 2s and a 3, so we know for sure that we will get number 3, and we will get a 2. But now what is interesting, if you roll doubles of anything, or in this case triples, you can pick any spell that you want, because you cannot have multiples of the same spell. So in this case we can choose 2 of them ourselves, free choice. So we'll take the Dwellers Below, which is a good power spell, and we will take, let's take Regrowth. And an additional point you can make here is that you can then change out any one of these spells for the signature spell. You can always take the signature spell. In this case, just for the sake of this example, let's not use Flesh to Stone, but let's instead take Earthblood. So there you go. Here would be our 4 spells. We have the signature spell of Earthblood, Throne of Vines, Regrowth, and the Dwellers Below. There are our 4 spells for our level 4 mage. Let's back it up and do this one more time just to show you a different example. So here we roll this out. We have a 3, and we have a 4, and we have 2 5s. So once again, we can trade out one of those 5s. We will take Dwellers again. And I don't want the signature spell this time, so we will stick with that. Number 3, 4, 5, and the Dwellers. So there you go. And with that, we come to the conclusion of this introductory 3-minute rules on the magic phase, in which we discussed wizards, wizard levels, and spells. Thank you for joining us here at Grey Army Gaming, where Grey can always play.